The new Time cover says one word: Fury. You've probably seen it in your feed. Bright, blunt, unavoidable. But here's the thing. Time has been telling the story of Donald Trump in cover language for years, and this one slots into a long, very intentional history. Let me hook this in fast. Time covers aren't posters. They're arguments you can read in half a second. And with Trump, that argument has evolved from biography. Crisis. Mood. Start with 2016. Trump wins. Time names him Person of the Year, President of the Divided States of America. Not a celebration, an assessment. The portrait is regal and uneasy, almost theatrical. It sets the frame. This is about power and fracture. Then comes the escalation. Early 2017. Is truth dead? Black, red, stark. A remix of Time's 1966 Is God Dead? Cover, same visual grammar, new existential question. The message is less about a headline, more about a test of reality itself. Around the same period, you see the water rising in the Oval Office. Painted series by Tim O'Brien, nothing to see here. Then Higher Water, same room, same desk, different depth. Visual shorthand for accumulating crisis without writing a single paragraph. 2018, lands a gut punch. Welcome to America. The composition, Trump looming against the crying toddler at the border, collapses a national policy into an image you feel before you think. Whether you agreed with it or not, you knew exactly what it wanted you to consider. Quick detour, the fake Time cover. A phony 2009 Trump mock-up hung at some of Trump's properties. Not a real issue, but it showed how the Time border isn't just design, it's status. People borrow it to borrow authority. Which brings us back to Fury. One word, huge payload. Time loves single-word verdicts when a moment feels bigger than a headline. Hope, enough, resist. With Fury, the magazine is doing two things at once: naming Trump's political superpower, rage as mobilizer, and diagnosing the atmosphere surrounding him. It's a read on the country, as much as the man. Why does this matter? Because covers are cultural speed bumps. They force a pause in a scroll. They don't settle debates, but they mark the chapters. Look back, and the pattern is the point. Design choices becoming a timeline. So when you see Fury, you're not just seeing a moment. You're seeing years of visual arguments snap into one frame. Biography to crisis to mood, now distilled to a single word. Whether you agree or not, you know exactly what it wants you to consider. That's the power, and the gamble, of a cover.